Hi, my beautiful lovelies. Welcome back to my memoirs and a fresh page from my diary. So, we are on episode 2, and in this episode, I wanted to focus on why I decided to do the Esther Fast. So, the main major reason is because of a financial breakthrough. That was the main purpose for going through or starting this challenge. We've been having a lot of financial problems for the longest time, and they seemed to follow a certain pattern. Me and hubby um, have some ways of making money or having an income. For me, I used to be in the corporate world. I resigned because of less pay and more work, and decided to embark on this off-grid journey. In the midst of it all, I found myself being a broker for selling land because of my TikTok and YouTube channel, but mainly because of TikTok. In the event or in the course of me sharing my life, I've been getting a lot of queries on where we stay or where we live. So I think I have inspired a lot of people to, start their off-grid journey, and most are willing to buy land from this area because they see me here. So being a broker came by not because I had planned it, but because of me sharing content. And for hubby, he has been a taxi driver for the longest time. So the only problem is we don't have our own personal car. So he uses other people's cars to work. So for this particular scenario, he had a very old car. He was looking for cars to work with but couldn't find any. And the best that he could do, or the best that he could find, was a very old raggedy car with a very old number plate. It's a KB, it was a KBZ, if I'm not wrong. And right now we are at KDV. So you can imagine it's quite an old car. And it got involved in a small accident. A very big tree fell on the car, and the owner of the car, the first owner of the car, decided to sell it. So the current owner of the car bought it because it was deformed and wasn't really in working condition. So he bought it and fixed it, and then hired it out or rented it out for people to use and make money, so that you can also earn something from it. So that's the kind of car that hubby had. And I'm telling you, yes, it was bringing in something, but that something was very small because on a day to day, hubby will spend a lot on the car, taking it for maintenance and repair at the garage. Apart from that, he had to deal with traffic police and municipal council police because the car it was worn out and torn down. Everything about it screamed bad. Yeah, the side mirrors, the body itself, it had very many dents. It had a hanging number plate. The bodywork was not good. The engine was not okay. So whenever he would make some money from it, he would, yes, make the money, but the bulk of the money will go for bribe to bribe the traffic police and all that, and then also fixing the car. And at the same time, the owner wants his share of the money every day, and us as a family, we also want to feed. So it was a bit difficult. And for me, I get a lot of orders for land. People want to purchase land, people want to buy land. I get a lot of orders, and I square so many deals. But when it comes down to payment, something always goes wrong. I've had around four attempts of people who are willing to come and buy land, but whenever we agree on, like for example, apologies for that, my younger son is sleeping, so I will get a deal where we have gone through the phase in which the client asks questions about the land, how much it is, or what can grow. Is it a good place? How the weather, those kind of questions before somebody is ready to buy. Then, when the person has already made up their minds that, okay, fine, I'm ready and I want to buy maybe 2 or 3 acres, you set up the price, you've talked to the owner, and you've already set up a date. So, like this particular incident, somebody told me they were going to come, say on Monday. We had finalized everything by Friday, and they told me, someone plus the husband, they told me that they were ready to come and do the site visit at the same time buy the land on a Monday. So, come Monday morning, they tell me they have decided they don't want to buy land anymore, or somebody is willing to buy, then come the due date or a few days before the date of purchase, the owner, the seller, decides not to sell the land anymore. Or somebody just tells you they've changed their mind and they're not interested anymore. It has happened a couple of times, around 4 times, where I have secured the deal and the clients are ready to buy, and then it just bounces just like that. So, in the beginning, you'll say it's not the right time, and you will eventually get clients. But when it occurs 4 or 5 times in a row, then you start questioning God, and you start asking yourself, why is this happening to me? Why am I not making any sales? And I'm landing the deals, I'm getting the clients, but when it comes to buying, they're not, willing. So that was one major reason as to why, excuse me, I decided to do the Esther Fast, because I was looking for answers and I was wondering if it's spiritual or it's just normal. And for Habi too, this is my husband has been getting very good cars back then, but he won't stay with them long. The owner will take the car, or he lands an old car like the one that he had previously, which will give him so much trouble. So this is part of that. And I wanted to also know, apart from the financial breakthrough, I also wanted to know if this was a natural occurrence, it's normal, it's God's way, or it had a human hand, or somebody was behind this. Because I usually say that life is very spiritual. That I believe. Um, there are forces, the evil forces and the good forces which coexist. So I wanted to find out if that was the reason. Is there somebody behind our downfall, or was it just not God's timing and things will fall into place? So those are the two main reasons as to why I decided to do the Esther Fast, because I was honestly looking for answers and at the same time looking for a financial breakthrough, because we were moving from the festivities, the Christmas season, heading towards the beginning of the year, where we needed to take the kids back to school. And when you have 4 children who need to go to school, I think you understand the kind of finances that you need to have so that you can facilitate that. So, yeah, let's catch up in episode 3, where I will now take you through the fast itself and how I went about it. Thank you so much. See you then. Bye.